too bad. I'll have to check and see where we're at now. I'll leave that there. But the real problem is now is the heart going the other way. That thing's really cattywampus. Where's my ruler? They should about be even left to right on the heart of this one. Let's see, we got, I guess it didn't show you, 10 3/4 basically, right to about there. Let's see what the other end is, if I can get there. It's kind of hot and humid out today. I'm glad. What you didn't see is I spent all day yesterday planting grass seed. I forget what my measurement down there was. 10 1/4. Can you see? 10 1/4. Let's see what we got. But here, look at this. The top, you got 11 down. So if I cut through that, every one of them boards is going to be junk. But I might do it anyway. I forget what was it, 10 1/4 this way? Oh, here it's 10 3/4. Oh well, you can't have everything. That's pretty close enough for me. But look at this. This is 9 1/2. So I got to do some thinking. I don't know. This I know this log should have been firewood. I'm just kind of playing around. Anyhow. That's about it for today's video down here at this mill. And I got some stuff. Oh, I gotta sit down and getting old and tired. I got some other stuff going on. I had that wood up there for sale for, I don't know how long that pine's been up there for sale. Nobody wanted it. Guy called me up today and he says, I need 1,000 board feet of pine. You got that? No, I don't got that. I said, you know, he's answering to that ad. I said, I got 300 board foot of pine. He said, well, he needs 1,000. I said, all right, I'll see if I can't find some. I don't buy logs. I don't have log people bringing wood in, and I'm not going to get into that because I'm not really into dealing with the public that much. I just sawed all that pine that you saw last week that I was sawing. That's already gone out. That was about 400. That was around 400 board feet there. So I got to cut the 300 up there. I got to cut basically 700 board foot of pine, and I don't think I have that much piney wood here, so I got to go scavenger for that, because if I don't have it, I told him I'd call him back. Anyhow, I think the next cut on this one might be straight through the heart, and I'll split the heart half on this side and half on that side. So yeah, I think that's what I'll do, and maybe we'll do that. I'm trying to kind of quarter saw this. Okay, if I saw to there, see, you're not, I'm on the taper, which is a little further back, and I can't get on that. I'm right at 8 there. I forget what this was now in the back. That's the trouble. I forget everything I measure as soon as I measure it. I should be to a flat back here. Now see, I already forget what I measured up front. That's pretty much 8. So I think I'll saw right on 8. And I could do that with you guys here and then bring it back and flop it down. Maybe I'll do that. So you can see a big boom. We had one big boom. All right, I'm gonna start everything up. I'm gonna get this out of the way, and then I'll bring you back in a minute. We'll cut it at 8. So I'm gonna bring this in at 8 right now, because I'll forget. Wow, that's really coming back in a ways, isn't it? Or leaving a lot hanging off. I might want to put that other dog on it. All right, that should be just about where I want. That's going to leave. I should have. Well, you had to cut it at 8 or flip it down and cut it this way. I've been probably better off flipping it down and cutting it that way. I might change my mind on it. So I'm going to put you guys away for a little bit. Bye-bye. Hi, guys. I did turn it up that way. Put the pith is around 10. It's 2 inches off from this end to that end, but I'm not going to cut that board up. I'd lose a whole board. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. I'm just whack attacking. I got a couple dogs I got to put down. My stupid glasses are fogging up. I really like to see what I'm doing when I'm sawing. And yeah, I got special glasses that aren't supposed to fog up. Well, that was rather disappointing. I guess you can see now. Looks like the inside of that, that's got, it's solid. I'm cutting right in and out of the pith. It's got knots in it. Should have been a firewood log, but you can see some, I don't know if you can see the rays on this side or not. There are a bunch of rays of it, but you're not going to get anything good out of it. Ain't that a shame? It's also got little post beetle tracks in it. I don't know if there's any point in going any further. I have to sit there and think about that overnight. You can see the good rays in it too, but once you get to the center, it changes the orientation of it a little bit. Not, well, this is a perfect cut here. The next cut might be good, might get you out of that. These cuts here would put that at the bottom. Look at that. It's got a fracture all the way down it. Let me think about it. I've been doing a lot of stuff going on lately, and I'm just busy as busy. You're not supposed to let that stuff sit on the mill, though, are you? Mark would get on me for that, so I guess I better move this one back and flop that off, because my next cut is going to be here anyway. I could cut one more. That's pretty straight. Yeah, I could cut one Here it wouldn't be. Here it would not be. Yeah, it's pretty close. I might cut one more off of it. Anyhow, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye-bye. I think I did what I normally do. Forget to turn the camera on like a nitwit. This has got some good quarter rays in it, but the board, it's just not a, it's not a good board. I should have cut up for firewood, but that's the way it is. Look at it. I should probably still cut it up for firewood. Look at all the knots in it. Now I guess you can see some of the, you might be able to see some of the rays in it there. I'll flop it down and cut and see how many knots are in this section, because now I'm going to flop it down and cut it through here a little bit. And if it doesn't have anything good looking, I'm just going to whack attack it for firewood. So, and it's white oak too, by the way. Anyway, that's what we're playing with today. And now I'm going to take a break and get all this crap off of here and take a break. Bye-bye. Well, I know how you guys like big booms, so we'll do a big boom. That was a big boom, baby. All right, I'm gonna slide that back on. Kind of disappointed in that log. I can see some knots in it right now. Ain't gonna be worth a darn. Huh. Well, if I cut it right down there, which probably is in the center. Where's the center at? It's over here. I don't know. I'll cut a couple, see what they look like. I think this wood's pretty dry already too. I think I got a moisture meter out. That's what I'll do. I'll get a moisture meter and see what it is. See you back in a little bit. You guys are going to have to read it upside down. Off the scale, we're over 45%. So it ain't quite dry yet. All right, we'll see you. Well, guys, welcome back. I guess I ought to introduce this as the first part of the video. What you're going to see is some sawing this up. Hi, my name's John, and welcome to Friggin' Jeep. Or this is Friggin' Jeep. My name's John. Anyhow, just brain going everywhere. Everything's kind of happening, like a lot of stuff right now at once. Like a week ago, there wasn't nothing going on. Then all of a sudden, boom. I think I mentioned somewhere in this thing, somebody wanted some 1,000 board foot of pine, so I've loaded that last night onto the other mill. I got 500 board feet loaded up. Whether it gets it or not doesn't make any difference. I'm going to saw it up when the weather gets good. I got that going on. I got Carlisle coming up in a couple weeks. I got, I don't know, I was recycling, kind of put that on hold. What you guys didn't see is I planted potatoes. I've planted potatoes a second time. I got those on little clips. Still trying to get in the orchard, do some trimming up in there. I got grass now getting ready to need to be mowed. I got just 10 tons of stuff going on. So I'm really kind of bewildered on this log, kind of sad on how it turned out, which you'll see after this. But one little thing that I wanted to show you guys, and somebody asked, why do you got two mills? Well, I got two mills because the first time I got a mill, I didn't know anything about sawmills, and I got that mill, and I've learned a lot, and I said, okay, this is what I want, and this is what I'm going to get. It takes me forever to put things together. Somebody asked, why don't I have the log turner going? It'd go a lot easier. Yeah, it would. But it's easier to say, get the log turner going. Okay, yeah, that's next. Get the log turner going. But then this comes in, then this comes in, then this comes in. And this sawmill is the back burner of everything. So when I get down here and get a little work done on it, then I'm lucky. But anyhow, that's why I have more than one sawmill. And there's another one in the shed back there that you guys may have seen in a video. Anyhow, but some things that I learned on that other mill that I like and didn't like is I don't really like these bunks here, but that's the way you should have it so you can bring stuff back. I don't know if you guys are seeing what I'm even showing. Nope. But one thing I did do with the bunks that makes it real nice is put a sacrificial board here. So when you're bringing stuff back, okay, it kind of rolls up over there a lot easier. If it was flat, it'd be just hitting a flat. If you you know, you just bounce it, and if it catches up here, it'll go over. But the sacrificial part, now I can take and move pieces in, you know, real easy. I don't need to get a big cant hook out to be moving things like that in. So that's something you might want to think about if you got to pull all your wood back. So now on this piece here, this is junk wood. It should be firewood. We know that by now because I said it a million times. We have that at the 7, so I'm going to cut it here because that's going to be a real good quarter sawed piece of wood. So I'm going to saw it here, and then saw it here, and maybe saw 3 in there, and then I might flop it up because then I'll have a flat on it here, and that's why I put those flats on it. It just gives you better things to hold on. So I got to get things started up, dogged down, and then I'll bring you back for a little bit of sawing in this, and probably today I'm going to end up back on that on the other mill. Also, I want to be able to, well, clean this mess up, but get my cover back over my rollers down there. We got 2 or 3 days of rain coming in. You guys, if you look out in the Tennessee area, I feel bad for those people down there. They really had it hard down there, and that rain's coming up here. We're not going to get anywhere near what they got, but I just don't need to get that crap wet down there. So anyhow, I'll bring you back a little bit when I get that dog down and oil checked in the engine, warmed up, and all sorts of goofy little things like that. We'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye. Hi guys, I told you I'd bring you back. I'm going to cut the first one at 9 and cut 2 boards off of it and see what they look like. And if they don't look good, it's going to firewood. And I got to undo I'm just kind of letting it lope along, but I'm getting ready to undo it. Just trying to loosen everything up, maybe get the belt less stiff. Now I know why there's grooves in that handle. Because when you put it up there, it does that. Anyhow, that's what we're going to do. Guess that's a pretty good spot. I think you're halfway out of the way, but can still see a little bit. Everything's going. I got to turn up the RPM. Well, it's a beautiful quarter saw there. I'm pretty sure that you guys could see it, but then you got the knot. So you have that's got to be, a cabinet would be 3. See, you only got 36 inches. By the time it checks back, you're losing it. Then you have great looking figure through here, and then you got another knot at 36. Then you got good figure to here, and then you got another knot here. So then you got another one down here. So it's really firewood. But I'm going to take another one just to see what it looks like, and then that'll should push this on down. I don't really like doing that. Maybe I'll go see how easy to roll. I think I'll go see how easy it is to roll. The reason I'm fighting you guys so much, if you don't know, this is see-through stuff, so it's hard to find a place for the legs to go. Then I got to find where the camera goes again. I'll go down there and see if I can pull that out. I could push it with this saw, but don't like doing that. Did I? No. Stupid me. Beautiful wood. The inside of that's great looking. I guess while I got you here, well, I don't know what, now I can't even pull the handle. Oh. See what the board looks like, see if I can get out of them knots. Figure in it. I gotta look at it. Yeah, that's perfectly straight across here. I'm gonna take one more. I gotta roll back so I can pull it. And I really need to go move that. Pulled it, I think I did. That dog might be out a little too far, no, but it's alright. Back in a minute, I got to do some decision making. Well, let's see. Got a couple bullets there. I'll be back in a minute. Well, I've been playing around with this for a little while. Here's what we got. I'm going to try to do it without making you seasick. Okay, this piece here is basically 8 inches long. Okay, to the 8. So if you go to 8 inches up here, 8 inches, come down, okay, to get, we're in this range here, you're below 6, so you would go to this number right here, okay, to get 1 1/4 inch boards, because that's about what I'm sawing. I'm going to saw a little in between. It's about 1 1/8 really. Anyhow, so you're looking at 7 3/8 is going to be your first cut to get 5 boards out of this. Okay, what did I just say? 7 3/8. So that's about here. which that end nothing. So you might as well go to the next one down. So your first pull would be, okay, we're 7 3/8 and we're in this is right here, okay, which is 5 3/4, but you're only going to get 4 boards out of it. Okay, so now you're coming to 5 3/4 is going to be your first cut. I can't hold my ruler in that, so you can kind of see where that is. And the last one over here ain't going to be nothing. And so this board here, you know, you might sneak a 6-inch, a 5-inch one out of there by the time you climp off the top, but you don't know how much rot you're going to get into the bottom of it. I'll have to flip it to see what I get. I don't know if I can flip it. It's got a dog in it. Nah, that dog's in it. So I'm just kind of pondering what I'm going to pull this off and do some more thinking. And I still got that one down there. I got to pull back and do some thinking on it too. So we'll be back. I'm probably going to take a break from this log, just haul it off, cover everything up because of the rain coming in, and go back and start working on the pines I got to saw. So I think that's what I'm going to do, because I just should have made it into firewood. It'd been firewood by now, guys, and a nice bit of it. But there are some nice white oak boards here, but they're not furniture grade really, because you got a little booger in it there, and you got a booger in it there, here a booger, there a booger, everywhere a booger. It's got some nice flitching in it, which is what everybody wants, but they're just not long pieces. So anyhow, I'm going to kind of, and like, that's the whole center section. That whole center section is no good. So you got maybe a 6-inch piece there that you can deal with. It just kind of turned to crap once it got opened up. So that's the way it is. We'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye.